Hi, neighbors.
Hi, welcome back to Sun River Shenanigans. Today we are doing a fall shenanigan. We are going to be using some acorn squash in as a replacement of pumpkin.
We enjoy making a rainbow squash puree just like we do with pumpkin, and it's in the freezer, and it's good for making pies and anything that you might use pumpkin for. So we're going to show you today how we use our acorn squash.
In three different ways. So stay tuned to see all three ways that you can use acorn squash instead of pumpkin puree.
Okay, let's get started.
Yep.
All right.
All right, 3 bags of acorn squash.
2, 4, 5.5 cups altogether.
5.5 cups. So we'll let it thaw and then we'll make something wonderful.
All right, it's later in the day. Our acorn squash has been thawing in the sink all morning, and now it's ready to strain and get ready to bake with. So altogether we have 5.5 cups, and after we strain the water out, it may be a little bit less than that. Already starting to strain a little bit. There we go. And we'll let it sit here for a while and get any extra water out. And then we should still end up with about 6 cups. We have 3 different items we want to bake today using this acorn squash puree. And each one will take about 2 cups, so that should work out just fine.
All right, so the first fall acorn squash / pumpkin puree shenanigan that will be happening is super easy. All you need is 2 ingredients. You need your pumpkin puree or acorn squash puree.
We have 2 cups measured out here.
2 cups.
And then a store-bought spice cake, box of spice cake. We're thinking this one is especially nice because sometimes we're real busy over the holidays with company and everything, and this is a recipe that's delicious and so quick to put together.
2 ingredients. 2.
So we're going to put our cake mix in a bowl, just like that.
And the acorn squash puree. And also, since this recipe is only 2 ingredients, you should preheat your oven now because it'll be super quick to get together. So we're going to preheat the oven to 350 degrees. All right, every last bit. So now,
Wonder if do we need a wooden spoon?
no,
That'll work.
we got this.
Okay, it sure smells good. This happens to be a Duncan Hines, but any brand should work just fine.
And maybe while I mix this, Granny will get the dish ready.
What is it, 8 by 11? Regular dish.
It's a 9 by 13.
Oh, 9 by 13. Okay, we'll spray it with the cooking spray. think we might need to add some water. What do you think?
No.
That acorn squash is pretty dry.
No, I think it's pretty good. It just takes a while to get it all together.
I did notice when I was straining the acorn squash, because pumpkin, I get a lot of water out of it when I defrost it, and this didn't have near as much water. So more like the canned pumpkin that you might buy at the store. That's looking good now.
That's what I'm saying. You just gotta stir it.
Gotta have faith.
So,
okay.
Well, let me see if we can.
Isn't that pretty? It's a nice color.
Now, it's all mixed together. Our 2 ingredients. Pan is sprayed, and we'll put all of this in there. Okay. Every last drop.
Yeah, we don't want to leave any behind.
Now, smooth it into our thing.
Then after this is baked and cooled and ready to be frosted, we'll frost it, and then the plan is to cut it into squares and put them on a serving dish.
And how long should we bake it for, Granny?
25 minutes.
So now that it's pretty smooth now.
Don't forget those corners, lady.
Yeah, I know. The corners are the hardest. You did a wonderful job greasing this.
These are it's slipping around. The corners aren't really, they're more curves than corners in this pan. Looks good though.
Yeah, so 25 minutes at 350.
And then when this is done baking, while this is baking, we'll move on to our next recipe.
The second fall shenanigan. So here we go, 25 minutes.
Into the oven. There you go.
All right, so now we're going to do our second fall shenanigan baking.
Yeah, while the cake's in the oven, we'll go ahead and get started on our next one. Yeah. And as it turns out, this also uses a store-bought mix. We'll add that to our acorn squash, and it looks like it's going to be very, very delicious.
So check it out. All right, so in the cup here, we have 2 cups of acorn squash or pumpkin puree. And then we have 1 box of fudge brownie mix and a bowl of chocolate chips, as many as you'd want, I guess. Get wild. And then we got some pumpkin pie spice, and we'll do a 1.5 teaspoons of that guy.
Our last recipe had 2 ingredients, and this one has 3 or 4, counting the chocolate chips. So keeping it simple.
Yeah.
I'll go ahead. I didn't have 1 pan. I'm already using my pan that's big enough, so I got these 2 smaller ones and line them with foil, and then we'll spray them. It'll be easy to remove the brownies when they're done and cut them up and give them a taste. We could put them in the freezer for Christmas, but I don't know if that's going to happen.
I think we'll have to try them.
Yeah, we'll at least
definitely.
And the recipe cautions not to overmix it. You don't want your brownies to get puffed.
So brownie mix is in.
And what was this?
1.5 teaspoons.
That's a teaspoon. This will give it that nice warming spice taste and smell. Okay, there we go. Getting your workout today.
Yeah. This looks really good. It smells very interesting. The
Yeah.
the squash
The
and brownie.
And, yeah, chocolate and pumpkin pie spice combo.
So we don't want to overdo it, but I have a couple chunks in there that I'm getting.
Then we'll just kind of fold in the chocolate chips, I guess.
So we got all our dry in there, and then it said to put a little on top, so.
Oh, right, we'll save some to sprinkle on top. And the recipe asked for mini chocolate chips, which we didn't have in the house, so we had the regular size. So we're using those. I think they'll work just fine.
Yeah, just a little more chocolatey.
That's great. So can you divide that in half?
We will see.
Do your best. Do you want a spatula?
No, we should be able to do this.
Because I have one. Oh, look at that. And this will be the same oven temperature as the cake. So when the cake's done, then we'll be able to just slide this into the oven at 350 and for 25 minutes.
It's exactly the same.
Okay, the cake's done and it's cooling. And we left the oven on, so we'll be able to go ahead and put this in. And when the cake's all the way cooled, then we can go ahead and put frosting on.
Right. There they are, going in the oven. It's 350 for 25 minutes. All right, so the brownies are in the oven. So now we're going to start on our third fall pumpkin puree / acorn squash shenanigan.
And this one also involves a store-bought mix that we're adding the puree to make it that much more special for autumn.
But the special thing about this last one is that it's a no bake. So even easier than the first two we just did.
No bake.
So let's get started. Okay, so now we're gonna make our last thing, which is
Jello, no bake, pumpkin cheesecake.
Woo! So to begin, we're going to start with the crust, the bottom of the pie there. So we'll have the crust mix.
Is that the crust?
Crust mix, correct. Crust mix, and we're going to put some sugar in
2
there.
tablespoons.
Perfect.
Just following the instructions, but except for we're doctoring it up, as they say.
And some butter, I believe. Melted butter. It's smoking hot, though.
4 tablespoons of melted butter. We're just making this graham cracker crust. There we go. This is our pie plate. I think we're using I think it's a 9-inch.
So I'm just trying to mix it everywhere, but we're gonna put this in the bottom, and we're just gonna squish it.
I want to go across the bottom and up the sides a little bit.
Well, it's gonna be delicious. I know that. All that butter and sugar. Get all the goodness in there. Okay. So
Okay.
now that we have our crust, we're going to make the filling. And
set this aside.
the filling will be super easy. And the only difference for ours, because we're using a pumpkin puree, we're going to do exactly what the box says and then add a little bit of pumpkin or acorn squash and our pumpkin pie spice.
And this will be, we started with 6 cups and we ended with less than that somehow by some magic. So this is how much we have left of our puree, and that's what we're going to add.
So there's the filling bag. Here's the pumpkin puree. You know what? Let me use this. And then we'll just put in some spices there.
Just a sprinkle.
And then on the box itself, it says to add a cup and a half.
That's a cup. And
a cup?
We're going to pour that, and then I'll put another half.
Of just regular old milk.
Regular old milk. Is that our half? I think so. Okay.
And mix it all together. Whoa. It's gonna be creamy and delicious. Whoa. And splashing. Maybe I'll whisk it.
Yeah, we have that. And then this goes in the refrigerator for at least an hour? Or?
Yeah. Just an hour.
It'll set up.
And that's what makes it a no-bake. Ooh, it smells good, like that pudding kind of smell.
I hope you try some of these things. You know, it's fun to just kind of add your own twist on store-bought things. And so quick and easy, and maybe even fun to do with the grandkids.
And just pick up a bunch of mixes at the store and just use some of your own homegrown, homemade stuff.
Yeah, you can use canned pumpkin or, canned pumpkin or whatever you have for these things too. But we have a lot of the puree in the freezer, and we thought this would be a good way to use some of it. And I really enjoy using the acorn squash.
And the directions did say to spoon it in, which I just realized I did not. So
we poured it right in.
Yeah, but there is our cheesecake. So now we'll pop it in the fridge for at least an hour, and then we'll slice into it.
And then now it's time to frost our cake that we made first.
And the brownies are still in the oven.
Brownies are still cooking.
We'll see what they look like in just a second.
So you grab that, and I'll open the door for you.
All right, so now our the first one, the cake, the spice cake and acorn squash puree is ready. So we let it cool, so it's nice and cool, and we're gonna throw on some frosting. We know
how to make frosting, but today we're doing it the quick and easy way.
We're just trying it a little different.
This is creamy cream cheese frosting from Duncan Hines.
Creamy cream cheese.
We might not need to, but we might. We'll see. It smells good. It smells very fall dessert-ish. Now, if you wanted to frost yours while it's still warm, that wouldn't be wrong.
Yeah.
That would make it kind of blend in with the cake a little more.
I think we're going to have to use another one.
That's a personal preference, how thick you like your frosting. This is nice though, this frosting. I like it. I like the way it looks.
Do you want more? You want to try it with this?
I kind of think we could make one go.
All right.
Here, take over, girl.
If I'm gonna do it, I might need more.
Then we'll have this for our next adventure. Sometimes, you know, that frosting gets a little too sweet when it's real thick.
No such thing.
Impossible.
Too sweet a frosting.
Oh, nice touch there, Dayton. Looks good.
Well,
It's not your first rodeo.
it is a large square. I have that on my side.
Looks good. Okay.
All right. So now we'll wait for our other two desserts to be completely ready, and then maybe we'll do a taste testing of all three. But here's that guy. All right, all three of our desserts are done. So now we're gonna cut into them.
Our pumpkin spice cake, our acorn squash, our acorn squash brownies, and our acorn squash cheesecake. We'll just lift these out. And we can cut the brownies like this.
Nice and chocolatey, big chocolate chips.
Papa's home from work. We might need to get him over here to do some sampling. I know he hates it when he has to do that, but okay. There's some brownies. Now, should we look at the cake?
Yes.
Here's a sharp knife if you want to maybe make a line. There you go.
And we'll make them like bars.
Here's another fancy plate. Good job.
Smaller. And they look like that.
That's 20 servings there.
Oh.
The first one's always the hardest to get out. Oh, it smells soft, good.
So.
Yeah, yummy. Okay, there's some of that. And now, let's see if we can cut this pie. I better get a little pie plate, a little dish out. We can put a piece of pie on. Yeah, it's hard to get that first slice.
This might be a little crumbly. Yeah.
Where's our little, let's see.
It didn't quite.
Let's see if we can get under it better with. Maybe. From the side. There we go. There. Now it'll be smooth sailing for the next slices.
But 3 wonderfully easy desserts, store-bought ingredients, but homemade acorn squash puree.
Let me get some forks.
And here's the brownie. Mmm. You don't want one off of there?
Oh, I don't know. I grabbed this one. Oh, that's good, isn't it?
Yeah.
Come over here, Papa. See, we have brownies, spice cake.
Here's the spice cake.
Here's the cheesecake. If you want a bite of that.
I'll take a little one.
Okay.
Mmm. The spice cake is really good. Must be all the frosting, though. I mean, the frosting was really good.
How's that? Tasty?
It's good.
Mm-hmm.
Does a spice cake have
It has the acorn squash in
acorn
it.
squash too?
Uh-huh.
So does this.
They all do.
Brownies.
So we made all of these lovely treats in, what did it take us? 5 minutes each to make them. A little bit of time in the oven.
Real easy.
Yeah.
And delicious. So we hope this fall you can make some delicious fall treats of your own. And like we said before, just experiment with it. You never know what you can add to any store-bought mix, like pumpkin puree or acorn squash puree.
It worked out great.
Yep. So enjoy your holiday season, and we'll see you next time for more shenanigans here at I Reckon So Farm.